All right, what's going on, brothers? Hopefully everything's going good. Hopefully everything's going well. Okay, this is part two. You can see Proverbs 22 and 10, cast out the scorner, right? You can see that. But anyway, I'm going to tell a story, brothers, and I just want to capitalize on this story. All right, brothers, it was a guy, right? He went with this, he was with this woman for quite a few years, man. 10 years or more, no joke. Brothers, she was always posting stuff on Facebook about him. Like she wouldn't say his name, she was shooting subliminals, but everybody knew who she was talking about. Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody who was connected to them, right? And this is another thing I want to say real quick, brothers. In my, it's just my experience in today's time. You ain't gotta be nosy. You ain't gotta ask. It usually come out in the rinse, as they say. I mean, people post up on Facebook. Some people, a lot of times, people just tell themselves, they just post it up on Facebook or Instagram or something. They going through something. You know, you be like, what? And then, like I said, it comes out, man. Especially if you guys are connected, bro. You can be somewhere, laughing at some joke, and somebody come up like, hey, man, such and such about the guy that got the gouda. Like, what? Or it'll come out on the social. But it's been so many times people have sent me screenshots of social media posts of somebody posting up something about their significant other, yada, yada, yada. You be like, wow. But anyway, she was shooting subliminals at this guy, blah, 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 woo, woo. They was very disparaging, very disrespectful. Right? Finally, this guy has had enough, man. I think it was like 12 years. It was over 10 years. Finally, he had enough, this brother. He had enough. And this brother told me, this particular brother, he told me, he said, hey, man, he said, I always knew she didn't love me. This is what he said. He said, I always knew she didn't love me. I just didn't want to believe it. This is what he said. I said, I hear you, man. I hear you. He ain't the first and he ain't going to be the last, brothers. All right? He ain't the first and he ain't going to be the last. So brothers, a lot of you guys, like I said, it's already been viral. One lady said it. You guys are with women who actually hate you. Like I said, every time I've seen it, hell, even experienced it when I was younger. The main reason I thought, man, one, I didn't want to be alone at the time. When I was younger, I didn't want to be alone, and I thought that was normal. I will admit that. But once I got a better understanding, I was like, I'm not dealing with that, man. And but the thing, the main common denominator I came up with from my duration of my life is that a lot of these guys don't want to be alone. And I can understand that, brothers. But I'm going to end it with this. Brothers, when you're dealing with people with those toxic, bad behaviors and that disdain for you, they're not going to be there for you when you need them. They're not. You can be sick in the hospital, they ain't going to come. They ain't gonna come. And if they do, okay, cool. But at what cost? You see what I'm saying? And believe it or not, brothers, that's what's gonna happen to a lot of these people when their kids get older. These people who are raising these bad kids and that discipline them. I'm telling you, but a lot of those people are gonna get sick or something happen to them. Those kids ain't gonna be there for them. I see it happening now. What? You like what? Let's give an example. Son lived with his mother. He can't even drive her to the hospital. Don't even go up to see her, nothing. And she in surgery, all type of stuff. You were like, wow. You know what I mean? Daughters too. These type of things that happens. So, brothers, you raise kids to be bad and think, well, I do this and do that for them. That don't mean nothing, brothers. They're not going to be there for you when you need them. I'm serious, brothers. I've seen it happen in real time. I've seen it happen, where the mother gets sick. The two kids who are selfish don't even be there for her. Don't, you know what I mean? But then at the funeral, they want to cry like they miss her and yada, yada. But their actions prove that they really didn't care. I've seen this happen quite a few times. So be careful what type of kids you raise, brothers and sisters. You know, you raising these toxic kids. It's a good chance, a great chance. They're not gonna be there for you when you think they'll be there for you. They're not. They're not gonna come visit you. They're not gonna come see if you're okay. Because a lot of times when you raise kids those bad behavior, those toxic ways, they usually grow up to be selfish. It's everything's about them, what they want on their time, and that's not how the world works. You see? You see? So anyway, brothers, so be careful being with people just because you don't want to be alone, brothers. A lot of those women, and I've seen this happen too, and I'm done with it. I've seen guys go to the hospital and their significant others didn't even show up for them. I'm talking about life-threatening situations. Didn't even show up. Didn't even go see them. I said, wow. You know what I mean? Like, wow. I've seen that happen to quite a few guys in my during the duration of my life. So ask yourself, brothers, you want to be with these people who have disdain towards you, but at what cost? At what cost, brothers? You know, cash them out, man. All that disdain and anger and strife will disappear, brothers. All right, brothers, that's it, man. I'm out. Peace.